Tag Show.
The Mixed Tag Show.
With Jenna and Blue.
Damn.
Now, here's your host, Jenna and Blue Magic.
Yeah. It's the Mixed Tag Show with Jenna and... What? Came up with energy.
Yeah.
You heard the crowd going crazy for us?
Okay.
No?
Nope, I didn't.
That's because you had no headphones on.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I heard the crowd. You didn't.
Okay, cool.
I see you messed up the energy. You was on hype.
I-
Like, yeah. And then you shot it down.
Okay, you want to start the show? Like, let's get, like...
I did.
Talk?
I
Yeah,
already-
I mean, because we're still
All
talking
right,
about...
anyway.
Right.
Come on. Who's doing good, man?
Hi, Blue.
Hi, Jenna.
How are you?
Pretty well. And yourself?
My nose is a little stuffed. It's been a crazy week. But, I'm excited to be here with you.
Oh, I feel so special.
That's the first time I've said anything nice to you.
Pro-
Maybe. No, I've
Yeah.
been nice a couple of times. to you.
Yeah, it has its moments.
I mean, actually, I've been nice to you all day. Actually, we talked about this for the past 2 weeks.
We have not gotten into a fight.
Like in an actual real fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is very a special moment, guys.
Yeah. So
2 weeks mark. Let's not jinx it. All right. Thank you. Yeah, too soon on that one. How was your week, though, altogether?
I mean, like I said, it was all right. Work, busy. So I'm excited. We got to Thursday and we get to discuss our passion, which is wrestling.
Yes.
So, how about you?
Had a great week. I got a new car.
Wow, I saw you flexing on the gram.
You drove it. You don't.
It was nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
You're the first person I actually let drive my car like that. It's outside my
But
parents.
I'm a good driver. Let everyone know I'm a good driver.
She's all right.
I'm a good driver.
Okay, I'll give it to her. She's a good driver. So I don't feel like arguing. I'm trying to keep the streak going.
Exactly.
But yeah, I got the car. So
Nice
it's been.
car. It was. You got it all like hooked up with the tints and the blue lights.
Yeah, put some blue lights in there.
Yeah.
Got some blue magic on the LEDs.
Yes,
and
exactly. So you lit, son.
Liddy out here for now.
For sure. Anywho, let's get into our draft because people are super excited to hear where we
I'm
at.
excited.
I know you're excited. Honestly, I think this might be the last week for the draft.
No, you can't. You can't bow out like that. You can't CM Punk us.
Nah, it's not working out the way that I planned this all out. I thought this was gonna go.
Give it
my
time.
way.
You're not that far behind.
Okay, all right.
SummerSlam is like 2 pay-per-views away. So you might as well just finish out the 2 months.
No, it's not 2. It's at least 3. We have Money in the Bank, and then we'll have Battleground, right? Probably in July.
Whatever they decide for July, because they have to choose now between the 2 pay-per-views since they're merging.
Okay, well, clearly
Anyway.
we have a couple of more before SummerSlam.
Yeah, but you can't give up yet.
Yeah, that's
Don't
it.
give up on your fans, on your listeners.
Okay. Anyway, so this week the Queen's Court has a total of 1,000. I finally broke the 1,000 mark, so that's cool.
Woo!
1,032. I didn't have a bad week, but I didn't have a great week. You, on the other hand, Blue Magic Club,
Yeah.
has 1,548 points. Yeah. So, just a side note, if you're the first time you're listening to the show or watching, or if you're an older listener or watcher, go to Facebook, to our Facebook at the Mixed Tag Show.
Yeah.
And you will see our point system. We have a fantasy draft going on. Thought it was pretty cool that we do that.
Yeah.
And whoever wins will get to choose what the other has to do. Apparently, I'm supposed to wear a Roman Sucks shirt.
Yep.
But did you change? I felt like you changed your idea.
No. You say, I'm not doing it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but it was a couple weeks ago. You were like, oh, that was you.
No, I still
No,
want
we
that.
can go back and watch.
We can go back and watch. I still want that.
Anyway, so
SummerSlam
yeah.
weekend? Yeah, sure, why not?
So after our season finishes, right, we're going to open it up to other listeners and watchers.
Yep.
And we'll have prizes and stuff. So definitely.
Oh, yeah. I had a dope idea. I had 2 dope ideas. But again,
Are
I'll
we
tell
going
you.
to talk about it right now or because we have a show that we're doing?
Yeah, no, I'll tell you after the show. I was supposed to tell you last week, but I forgot because we was too busy doing other stuff.
Okay, but we have a show. So, I mean, let's
Just to remind you.
Just keep it on track. But speaking of prizes and what have you, we did discuss last week from our live podcast for Backlash.
Yep, we did get a winner for
our giveaway. We gave it. we put our money together, our coins, literally,
Yeah.
our pennies
and quarters.
and
Quick Star was the friends. Quick Star looked us out, made it to cash,
and we put together and got a WWE shop for a gift card for $25, and we have a winner.
Yeah, shout out to Philip in Jersey. He won the gift card for the WWE shop.
Yep.
Hopefully you pick something nice.
Yep. Get you
There's a lot of new items out in WWE shop. Shout out to WWE shop because they're
always
also
lacing us with dope gear.
Yes.
So.
Lacing us, and we have some great ideas coming towards you guys. We're trying to put some things together, promo wise.
Facts.
For you guys.
Facts.
Us in WWE shop. Gonna make it work.
Yep. So we have that was that. So we're gonna get into Raw.
Let's get into Raw.
Let's do it.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. All right. So we start off with Raw.
Right.
The big dog opens up the show. Roman Reigns.
Do we have to call him Big Dog?
Is that not his name?
Okay.
Okay. He opens up the show, calls out Jinder Mahal, basically after their little altercation last week. He wants revenge. Kurt Angle comes out, interrupts him, informs Jinder will not be coming out. And he announces that there's going to be a triple threat qualifying match for Money in the Bank between Jinder, Bobby Lashley, and Elias. And, Roman wasn't feeling that, so he went looking for Jinder, finds him instantly, and attacks him. What do you think about this feud between... Can we first of all, don't give me the eye roll.
I did eye roll.
You kind of made a face just now.
No, I was just thinking about something I wanted to say.
Okay, because I felt like you made a face. 'Cause anytime we talk about Roman, you got the huffing, the puffing,
We already know how I feel about Roman now, so.
Okay, so what do you think about this
I
budding feud between the two?
Kurt Angle set up Jinder. Why would you interrupt Roman just to tell him, hey, he's not coming out now, but he will be out here later for his chance at the Money in the Bank after he just screwed you. What?
It was kind of done intentionally.
Yeah, because even when Kurt did it, sorry guys, I'm messing with the mic. I'm trying to get comfortable. Even when Kurt did it, he was like, he didn't say it himself you did enough. He said the authority said you did enough. Kind of like, I'm just the corporate guy delivering the bad message.
Right.
But I'm going to set you up this alley-oop. That Jinder will be out here later for his chance.
Yeah.
So, I think this feud, people feel like they're trying to use Jinder for fans to cheer Roman. I don't know if it's true or not.
I figured that. Even if you didn't tell me that's what people are thinking, that's the method at this point, right? Anything that they can do to get Roman over, right?
Do you think it's gonna work?
No.
I feel like people are gonna start cheering Jinder. This is gonna.
That's what I was thinking that people are gonna probably actually cheer for Jinder just because they despise Roman so much. So I don't think that's gonna work. I already gave the blueprint out. Make that man heel.
Give him some time off.
Give him some time off. Let him come back heel. But we already discussed that. So.
Yeah, we're not going to beat the dead horse.
So, that was the...
How do you feel about the IC title match between Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens?
Right. That was the next match for the Intercontinental Championship, right? Yeah. Again, Monday Night Rollins killed it. Kevin Owens is always going to have a good match, especially if you pair him with someone like Seth Rollins. So it was a pretty good match. And, of course, Seth Rollins definitely... he won, obviously. And I read this somewhere that the WWE is doing a good job with building Seth and making him win these really big matches. So whoever does eventually face him and beat him, it's going to be really monumental type thing. Because right now Seth is really doing a good job. So,
and that match was very believable. Could have went either way.
It's a good match.
Personally, as much as I love Kevin Owens and he got me some points in that draft, I would have loved to see Pete Dunne go against Seth Rollins for the IC title since they're in the UK.
Yeah.
And Pete Dunne already kind of teased it on Twitter too. So everybody was like, yo, if we get Seth versus Pete.
Yeah.
And then we seen the joke with Kevin Owens. She's like, all right, that's good too. But
Right.
Pete Dunne would have been awesome.
Yeah, but besides that, it was a pretty good match between Seth and Kevin.
Yeah, it was a great match between the two.
And Seth won yet again. So shout out to Monday Night Rollins.
I think the build-up might be for Finn Balor.
I thought that. I honestly thought maybe Finn would have possibly turned heel.
He's going to eventually turn.
But probably he will, exactly. So yeah, then they cut to like a segment between Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey they were at the what's it called, the NBC Universal Upfront event.
It was in New York, right?
Yeah, you already know.
Okay.
New York all day.
Anyway.
You heard?
Anyway.
But yeah, I guess we'll discuss that a little bit more during our hot topics.
Yeah, they announced that they're gonna go against each other for the Raw Women's Championship.
We'll get into that a little bit later. We had Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel backstage segment between
the B team.
Did they like officially announce that they were the B team? I kind of missed that.
They're the B team.
Yeah, no, I know that the B team, but when they had the segment with Kurt Angle, he call him the B team or something?
No,
like
so
that?
basically what happened was that they came in there like, yo, we've been undefeated. Nobody beat us. We should defend the title.
Right.
We get a title shot, and they're like, it's like we're not the Mr. Raj. We're the A team.
Right.
So Angle's like, we can't do that because copyright reasons.
Like, because of the A team. Gotcha.
Yeah. So then there's like, all right. So Bo Dallas like, no. So we're the B team. And then Axel's like, no, I don't think I like that idea. And then he's like, no, B is for the best team. He's like, you know what? Yeah, let's go with that.
So that's how the B team was created. After that,
hashtag after that.
So No Way Jose versus Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin, another qualifying match for Money in the Bank, and Bobby Roode won. What do you think?
I like it. I like that Bobby Roode won.
Okay.
It's not his type of match, but it needs his star power, if that makes sense.
Okay.
He's more. It fits him more than it does Baron Corbin and No Way Jose, in my opinion, right now.
I disagree. I think Bobby Roode's, when you say star power, I felt like it's diminished over the past year slightly, just because how they booked him on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, had they continued with him being a heel, I think he would be a little bit in a better position right now. And this is my issue, and I'll discuss it again when we get into SmackDown. But for me, I would have preferred No Way Jose to win, just because, again, all these talents are being brought up, and we're still putting even though Bobby's been on the main roster for like a year, but my thing is,
has it been a year yet?
Yeah,
no,
he came up
it hasn't been
last year. He got called up.
It's been a year.
He got called up last year. Sometime last year he got called up.
Yeah, I think it's like 6 months.
Maybe around TakeOver. Well, almost a year.
Almost a year.
Don't correct me.
I'm saying, you made it seem like it was like after WrestleMania.
Well, I mean, more or less, we're around the time period.
Yeah, like 6 months.
Jeez. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like I would have preferred No Way Jose. Same way last week when Charlotte beat Peyton, I would have preferred Peyton win. You know what I mean? The same way Ember, Sasha, and what's this girl, Ruby Riott, had their match. Ember won. You know what I mean? It's nice it's refreshing to see new faces compete, but So I mean, I guess it was good for Bobby, but I would.
You also got to remember that Bobby Roode is also a former U.S. champ, so he still got that.
I'm not knocking Bobby. I really like him, a lot actually, but I just would have preferred No Way Jose.
They probably have something different. I think No Way Jose is gonna go into a program with Baron Corbin.
I think that's what they're. Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious, but yeah. So what's that after that?
Hashtag after that. Kurt Angle and Kevin Owens had a backstage segment where Kurt Angle checks on Jinder Mahal after the beatdown that he received and tells him, like, the match is going on, whether you're ready to go or not. Right. And then Jinder goes like, I'm good. And then Kevin Owens is trying to get a rematch for qualifying. He said, I'm going to make a phone call to Stephanie, so he already went off. And as Jinder is getting ready to go towards the ring, here comes your boy and spears him through the door.
Right.
How did you feel about that?
Well, we already discussed about Roman, but we had this conversation. You noticed that KO was using the authority to kind of like throw it in Kurt Angle's face.
Right.
Thing.
Like he's trying to hide behind the authority now.
Yeah, and it seems like he's been more or less doing that, And I feel like if I had a conversation with you or someone else, but basically you feel like that he's not being necessarily utilized to his full potential. It's just kind of like these storylines with like the McMahons and stuff like that.
It wasn't with me, but I agree.
Okay.
Because Kevin Owens has the ability to be a heel on his own. He doesn't need the authority to be a tremendous heel. On top of that, and I've said this before to some few people, I haven't said this on the show, I haven't told you this, I feel like Kevin Owens could be the modern day Stone Cold-ish kind of way.
You know what? I'm not going to disagree with you. When he first came up, I mean, obviously you saw him on NXT, but when he came up, something gave me that.
I don't need nobody.
No, not even that. He just gave me that Attitude Era type superstar.
Right.
And I always got that impression from him. So I don't disagree with that, that opinion.
And that's the reason I said that, because he has that I don't need nobody, like, kind of like how Stone Cold was like, I don't need nobody after he did the Ringmaster thing. He's like, you know what, I could do it on my own. Yeah. I always felt like he did that, but then he kept pairing him up with Jericho, even though it was great, and, you know, Sammy now, and they just kept pairing him with people. I'm like, yo, he has potential
to do it on his own.
He doesn't need. So
yeah, I want people to understand what you're actually trying to say. I don't like you're comparing him to Stone Cold.
No, not Stone Cold and Star. It's like star power, but I mean as terms of his demeanor,
right?
And like how Stone Cold was a heel, and then he was such a heel that the authority was trying to go against him, and he became for the people, anti-hero kind of way.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that segment. Then we had the B team versus Breezango, and the B team goes undefeated.
Yeah.
And had their little promo.
Yeah, they're 1-0.
There you go.
Bring on the tag team titles.
So then we're back to the tag team, the 6-women tag team matches with Sasha Banks, Natalya, and Ember Moon versus the Riot Squad.
It's just one time. You gotta have it sometimes.
What do you mean one time? It's like every other week there's a 6-woman tag match.
When was the last time they had a 6-woman tag match?
Like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Who was in it? No, it wasn't. Oh yeah, it was. You're right.
Anyway, so
you're right. They had Nia, Ember, and
whoever else was in it. Yeah. So Sasha, Natalya, and Ember Moon won. Sasha finally got a win.
She got the tap out. That's pretty good.
No, she didn't. It was Natalya.
Natalya got the tap out.
Yeah, but whatever. A win's a win.
A win's a win.
Then Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler had their little backstage segment. And then Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy had a match versus the Revival. And, of course, Matt and Bray won. You want to talk about it. Go ahead, talk about it. We don't have it bowled out, but, you know, go ahead.
No, I just don't
talk about it.
The Revival had so much potential.
Yeah, I was thinking that. There was just one. I don't get it. I mean, I know that they got injured and their push kind of died out, and then they were back to, you know, 100% type thing, and then they got a little push, and then they fell back on it. I don't know what they're trying to do.
I'm starting to feel like it's with a lot of it with the tag teams.
Like AOP, we haven't seen AOP since a couple of weeks ago.
Sanity hasn't made their appearance yet.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with Ascension when Ascension was dominating NXT. Like, they were undefeated for a very long time. American Alpha. Like, I feel like soon as tag teams touch main roster, it's like a disease. Like, they would rather push single people over a tag team.
For that matter, you could say just a lot of superstars in general. It's like as soon as they get called up, everything kind of doesn't go the way we expect it to go.
Yeah, like, I think they're so stuck on the people they had before NXT that sometimes they forget that NXT is to bring up and develop.
Yeah. But, yeah, so then we had Sasha Banks and Bayley, little quick segment backstage. She wished her good luck. And we had a Sami Zayn promo against Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
What did you think about, first the backstage segment between Sasha and Bayley?
I feel like it's gonna happen.
It's a slow burn type.
It's a slow burn kind of thing. It's trying to, like, because it's been such, like, you know,
roller coaster.
Roller coasters. This is like the level out. Like, all right, let's level this out before we do something major again.
I mean, if they're gonna make her heel, obviously it's kind of like you gotta have Bayley.
You gotta time it.
No, not time it, but you kind of gotta have Bayley believe, yeah, we're getting back to her. We're cool. She, you know, we just had a little hiccup in our friendship, and then, you know, stab her in the back type thing.
Yeah.
But what did you think about the Sami Zayn promo against Bobby Lashley?
Sami is good, but I feel like he didn't have the same kind of zingers that he usually has, in a sense, in his promos.
Yeah, I mean, maybe because the feud is just starting out.
Yeah, it's not, and again, it wasn't much to go off of. Is his interview with that horrible interview with Renee Young? Like, if I would have loved it if Sammy just do the trash interview altogether. It's like, you know what? The interview was trash. Like, where is your personality? Like, really attack them on that aspect. Like, who are you? Like, what is this front that you're trying to put up for the audience?
Yeah, well, I guess it's finally good to see because they haven't really utilized Bobby Lashley. You know, you're going to expect at this point now from Sami Zayn he's going to do really good promos and just have a good role on the show. But with Bobby Lashley, it's still like we're on the fence, you know, unless if you were watching wrestling back in, you know, whatever, 2002 or what have you.
2008.
Was it 2008?
10 years ago he left.
Okay, 2008. Or if you were watching Impact Wrestling, you don't have an idea what Bobby...
I don't know what that is.
Okay. And you don't have an idea what he did over there. You know what I mean? So, again, they're giving him a feud that hopefully now we can see how he really gets down and, you know, just his personality and everything. Yeah. So, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure about this feud, though.
You're not?
Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling it.
We'll see. It was great to see Sami Zayn on his own, though, for a bit. They didn't put too much of Cammy together.
Yes, Cammy.
But then we had a triple threat. You're getting used to it. You didn't yell at me last week when I said it. This week you kind of hesitated when you said Cammy.
I did say
we almost got it, guys. But then we had the triple threat between Alexa Bliss, Bayley, and Mickie James, whereas Alexa Bliss picked up the win.
Yeah.
This was a qualifying match.
Yes.
First of all, I didn't see why they put Alexa Bliss and Mickie James in a match together against Bayley. I kind of get it, but it's like,
yeah,
what are you doing, Mickie?
Yeah, but not even. That's besides the point. And I guess you weren't gonna really see Mickie in the match, and you really weren't gonna see Bayley. Well, maybe, I don't know. But the thing is the same heat that Charlotte got last week. I actually saw, which to my surprise, I remember on the WWE's Instagram post, I saw a lot of negative comments for the fact that Alexa won, which surprised me because she's pretty popular. But again, you can't keep continuing to push the same people.
Not only that, it's not even believable. She punched. Who did she pin? She pinned Bayley or did she pin Mickie?
With her DDT, Bayley.
She hit her with the punch and then DDT.
Yeah.
First of all, DDT didn't look clean.
Yeah.
The punch is weak because her hands are small already. So what is it really doing? It's not like it was Big Show's weapons of mass destruction.
Well, I mean, not even besides all that. I just again.
And you're right, just pushing the same person over and over again.
Yeah, and then again, you're gonna put Alexa in this. You know, she's known for not really taking bumps or anything like that. So you're gonna put her in a match where
there's ladders involved.
Exactly. So especially when she's healing from whatever, you know. So I don't know how.
I would have loved to see Mickie James win this.
Yeah, I would have even liked to see Bayley in it too, but you know,
right?
She probably has something to do with Sasha still, so maybe that's why she wasn't in that match. But you know, I don't know. I wasn't necessarily a fan of Alexa winning.
No, I wasn't. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah. Had you told me she was gone for a minute.
And it came back.
Yeah, and people did, you know, other people got to shine, and then she came back and made an appearance. Then, you know, and then won. Cool, but
so right now we have Amber Moon and Alexa Bliss representing Raw.
Exactly. So
who else? That's it, right?
That's it for now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no one else. They have two more
slots open.
Exactly. But yeah, so then we had another gender backstage segment.
Oh, so I was off. I did it too early. I thought it was around the same time.
No, it was more. Like it like Roman just, you know, kept coming after him.
No, it's about the spear through the door. I said it earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay,
I thought it was all in the same segment.
Well, regardless, he destroyed him and then he may even actually killed him in this last attack.
I think that's too much.
Well, think about it though. If someone screwed you over, it makes sense to me. If someone screwed you over and, you know, for your chance to actually get what you're trying to achieve or try to win, I'm going to get at you.
No, in the sense of, like, how they broke it up. Like, you see how I said it earlier? I think that could have been one segment together.
But again, well, why? Because, again, he thought he got him, or Jinder thought that was it, and when he's least expecting, get at him again, right? Basically, you ruined my shot my qualifying match. Now I'm gonna ruin your chances of getting into the qualifying match. I thought it was believable. I liked it.
It's not about believable. I just think they could have cut it down to 2 segments or 3. But that's just my personal opinion. There's nothing against either one of them. It's just that, I thought it was all in one. No dick to either one. I feel like this feud is gonna. There's no dick. Okay. I feel like this feud is gonna be interesting, to say the least. I don't see how they gotta make Jinder look strong enough to compete against Roman.
Well, Jinder will probably do typical heel tactics, the scary heel type thing, or cheat to get over or one up Roman, So we'll see how that goes. I think it'll be a good feud, to be honest with you.
No, I'm not questioning. I'm just like, I just want to see how they're gonna build up Jinder. That's just my personal thing. But it's not voted, so we can keep moving.
We had a tag team match between Braun Strowman and Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, and Drew and Dolph won. What else?
Yeah, that was a weird pairing. Why would you put Braun Strowman and Finn Balor together?
They don't have much to do. But for the main event, we had the last qualifying match of the night, KO versus Bobby Lashley and Elias, right? Because Jinder wasn't able to compete.
I wonder why.
But yeah,
Sam's the opportunity knocking at the door.
Sami Zayn came in, interfered, helped KO win, and he pinned Elias. And now he is going to Money in the Bank.
Yes. Yep.
As well.
Yep.
What'd you think of that?
It was a pretty dope match. I didn't even realize Kevin Owens wrestled twice until you mentioned to me earlier before we started recording. I'm like, you're right, he did.
Yeah.
And that's Kevin Owens. There's not much to say about it because Bobby Lashley's probably gonna have his own thing to worry about with
Sami. That was the whole point because Sami attacked this guy, so KO can get the win. So yeah. And
it was a dope frog splash. Elias will be Elias. He's gonna get over regardless.
I just don't know what they're doing at this point with him either. It's just so many talent.
He's drifting around.
He's drifting. It's so many talent that they're just kind of wasting, and it's unfortunate. Especially when they at one point was hot. But I don't know.
How would you grade Raw?
I didn't think it was a good episode. I'm gonna be quite honest with you.
So you gonna give it a C? Yeah. We're gonna do a grading now.
We're gonna grade every week?
Yeah, we're gonna do a grading. I like that idea.
So we're gonna do a letter system.
Yeah. Just like school.
Yeah, I'll give it a C.
C?
Yeah. It just wasn't entertaining to me.
I'll match that. Yeah, it's a C.
It was a C?
SmackDown started to dominate.
I'm not gonna even dispute that. I won't dispute that.
We had Daniel Bryan start off SmackDown.
Yep.
With an interview with Renee Young.
Yep.
And then Big Cass interrupts, and then he's like trying to intimidate Daniel Bryan and all that. And Daniel Bryan's like, I ain't scared of you, and started attacking him.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good segment to start off the night.
Yeah, I thought I don't know if we spoke about it last week or just in general. I read it somewhere that they were kind of going to hold off on this feud. So I found it a little surprising that Big Cass came out, and I guess obviously they continue with it. Yeah,
I was kind of surprised, too, seeing them come out. I don't think it's going to last long. I think it's one of those things where he's just going to beat him one more time just to settle the feud.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But then if that's the case, you don't want Big Cass to look...
Big Cass is a lost cause right now.
Apparently, I don't think that's what they're trying to do with Big Cass. So I don't think if they do face off again, I don't think he's gonna lose.
Allegedly, whenever we read something off the dirt sheets, we have to start with allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly, they're not happy with Big Cass right now because he's not taking instructions the right way. Like the little people segment that they had, he wasn't supposed to attack the little person like that, and they told him twice. Vince told him not to do it, and he did it anyway.
Really?
So that's why they're saying that it might just be a short feud and cut it off because he's not taking instructions from Vince.
Got it.
So it's like...
Vince doesn't play, so...
Like he mentioned it to the writers. The writers said, nah, don't attack. Just do that one and then you're done.
Yeah.
And then he brought it to Vince. Vince is like, no, do what the writers said. One hit and you're done. But he continued to attack the little person and that didn't sit well.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Allegedly.
Exactly.
So no, you don't say... Blue and Jenna said, no, allegedly.
Jenna didn't say anything. This was all you that brought it up. So if anybody got to come at anybody.
Wow.
Hey, listen.
I thought it was a team.
Sometimes you got to let it be known.
Oh, wow. You definitely just said me Amy.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
It was
definitely just said me Amy.
So then we had a first match of the night
#
between.
After that.
I didn't say after that, though. I said so then. Okay, look, you see how you're quick. You're quick to correct people. And
I was trying to get you after that over. You know what? You're on your own. Go ahead.
The Bar had a match versus the New Day, and the New Day won. So that stipulation essentially was that whichever tag team won, they get to pick who goes into Money in the Bank, which is kind of, I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just
especially
stupid.
when you told me last week that apparently they were thinking about possibly having a tag team match for Money in the Bank, which would have been dope.
I like that idea better.
So I don't know. I think that was
because now you're taking an opportunity away from a singles competitor that could have been inserted into that match.
Yeah.
Unless they don't believe in somebody else on SmackDown to do it. Because I don't know if they're going to do this on Raw. Are they going to do this on Raw too now?
Well, but remember, I don't know. But
See?
just a tag team.
Somebody from the tag team. Picking.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Like, are you serious?
I don't know. But then.
Not you, Siri. Mind your business.
What?
Siri popped up when I said serious.
Oh, okay. Did it come up again when you said it?
No.
Okay. So, which actually, right after that, we had the Bludgeon Brothers. They had like a waiting segment, which now it's weird to me, right? Because I wanted to talk about that because they're waiting. Okay, you're waiting for who exactly? You know what I mean? Because the Usos haven't been on the show in the past 2 weeks.
Right.
You have the New Day and the Bar facing off to see which partner is going to go into Money in the Bank. So who exactly are they waiting for? You know what I mean? Like, what tag teams? Are they waiting for Sanity?
Yeah, I think they're waiting for Sanity.
Okay.
I thought about that. You know what I also thought? We don't need family. I'm like, you don't need family, but y'all call brothers.
Okay, Blue.
I thought it was hilarious to me. I thought it was hilarious. Like, you don't need family. I'm like, but y'all call the Bludgeon Brothers. That's family. Okay, cool. All right, but yeah,
but they're just saying they don't need anybody else. They got each other.
Anyway,
kind
but
of
yeah,
like how we have each other. We don't.
No, you don't back me up. You just left me out to hang 2 segments ago.
That was like last week. Come on.
That was 2 segments ago.
So Paige had a backstage segment with Absolution, or formerly known as Absolution, basically telling Mandy Rose that her match the week before, last week, wasn't a qualifying match. So
that kind of confused me.
That confused me too.
I kind of felt like they did say there was.
Yeah, it was a qualifying match. I think everybody was under the impression that was a qualifying match. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, that definitely confused me. But she then made that match into a triple threat match between Mandy, Becky, and Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely confusing. And Mandy, again, your new talent that won should go to Money in the Bank, right?
I guess.
You guess,
Like I said, I thought she was going to Money in the Bank. So I'm like, yo, this is, we talked about it. It's like, she's cool. She still got time to develop. I guess they probably seen that after the match. Probably like, all right, maybe we're pushing this too fast and call the audible, maybe.
Really? Because there's a lot of people that they're pushing too fast. Okay. That's another topic for another day or later on.
They're trying to fix they're trying to catch it this time, maybe. Because remember, SmackDown is run by Triple H. So Triple H and Road Dogg probably see things and want to fix it before it goes Raw route.
I don't know. But anyway, AJ Styles had a backstage interview.
Phenomenal one.
Yes. And then, #and then.
It's all yours.
We had the debut of Andrade Almas and Zelina Vega.
I know you were excited.
I was very excited. What did you think?
I enjoyed it. I didn't see his full entrance.
It was a typical.
Did he come out with a mask on or no?
No.
Dang it. I want him to wear the
Maybe
mask.
for like a pay-per-view, something like a big. Yeah. He was just facing a jobber. I don't even remember
he came
the
out,
jobber's name, to be honest with you.
He dominated the match, and then Selena cut her promo.
Yes, she did. She did a fantastic job.
And I feel like
he did a good job. Even though it was against a jobber, it just kind of like solidified that
the crowd popped for him.
Yeah,
the crowd knew who he was.
I think everyone. I haven't seen any bad reaction for them, so I think it was a good debut. I foresaw that coming. I knew that they were gonna have him face a jobber, especially when they had the whole coming soon thing. Yeah. They didn't really have anyone like for him to go against, so they're gonna just build him up type thing.
They might insert him into the Money in the Bank. I can see that happening.
I would love that to happen, but I'm not too sure about that. Well, you know how crazy that would be just him being that?
I don't think that's far-fetched.
I'm not saying it's far-fetched. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can see it happen. I also like his little tribute to Naito and LIJ.
Yeah.
God bless at the end. They kind of cut away from it. But then when they put the picture up on Instagram, they cut off the fist. But
yeah,
I was like, see?
Yeah.
He knew the UK crowd would appreciate it.
But yeah, I would love to see him in the Money in the Bank match. Could you imagine seeing like Zelina get involved somehow? And
we talked about this earlier. I don't know if they can let her get involved as much as she did in NXT.
I hope not. Because I remember on Twitter, someone said, every type of fan loves, Andrade and what have you. But I'm like, Zelina has a whole lot to do with that.
Right.
Her character, yeah, just recreating his image.
Yeah.
So, I would hate that she doesn't get evolved in some way, somehow in his matches, because that would be, that's their element.
Yeah, and again, I feel like Zelina would do pretty well if she was able to do what she's been doing in NXT. They would get over pretty good.
Yeah. So then we had Rusev Day with Lana. Lana declares she's having a qualifying match next week versus Billy Kay.
There you go. Your pick right there. Billy Kay's gonna go into Money in the Bank.
Well, I'm more so was going for Peyton, but I like the Iconics anyway. Carmella had her celebration, her royal celebration.
That was fire.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Her fit, everything was just dope. Paige came out and interrupted and said her next challenger at Money in the Bank for her SmackDown Women's title is going to be
Asuka,
the Empress of Tomorrow. Asuka's gonna kill.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Mella. It's not.
Do you think she's gonna win?
If she wins, it's gonna be disqualification. I don't think.
No, I mean,
do I think Asuka's gonna win?
Huh?
Is it like Asuka win?
Yeah.
You know how mad I would be.
Yeah.
Not nothing against Mella. Like I would. It's not more so because she beat Mella for the title. It's more so that you lost the streak for what? It goes back to WrestleMania.
Yep.
But like,
I agree.
I feel like Mella's gonna retain by DQ.
I think so too.
They just have something to put Asuka in.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Asuka in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we saw what she can do with, ladders and stuff like that.
Right.
So,
she has some experience with that kind of stuff.
Actually, yeah, I was surprised but then I guess you needed something big for her to do. So I can see.
You know what it is? They didn't, because I didn't mean to cut you off.
You didn't, because you always do.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
They didn't want her to lose the Money in the Bank, so clearly she's not going to win the briefcase. They're like, there's no point in putting her in.
They don't want who to lose? Asuka.
Because she's not going to win the briefcase, so why put her in there?
Well, okay, yeah. So I don't think Asuka's going to win at Money in the Bank. Maybe whatever the next pay-per-view is, and they let's say have a rematch, I think she might win then. So, yeah. What was up next?
Renee Young interviewed with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Then we had Becky Lynch, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville in a qualifying match. Becky redeems herself, and she moves on to Money in the Bank. This I actually wanted to talk about.
It's not bolded, so we can't.
As many times you've gone off.
I'm joking.
I actually meant to bold this, actually, to be honest with you.
It's not bolded here. I don't see.
You probably...
Go ahead.
You probably did something, because I definitely that was something I wanted to discuss.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah. So I mentioned on Twitter, I was conflicted with. As clearly, I'm wearing Becky's shirt, so I'm a Becky fan.
Yeah, I love Becky.
Yeah, I want to see her shine, but I'm conflicted with her winning because, again, it goes back to what I said previously. You have newer talent. It just seems like if you look at the match right now, the only new talent that's in the match right now is Ember. So it's like it's more of the same thing. How are we going to elevate newer talent if you're just going to keep putting the older talent there? Which, again, Becky hasn't really necessarily got her shine, and so I'm not, too bent out of shape for it. But at the same time...
We got to put some veterans in there.
Yeah, but look, we only have one new face. You know what I mean? Ember.
And who's on the other side?
Ember. Alexa, Ember, Alexa, Becky, Charlotte.
We're going to have Billie Kay in there, so it's fine. With this one right here, I kind of like the Becky Lynch thing going on because I feel like they're gonna now create something for Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville
to face off each other. I mean, they could have still did that though.
By the way, sidebar: I hate Sonya Deville's music.
Oh yeah, that wasn't what I was suspecting at all.
I'm not even a fan of Mandy Rose music.
I prefer Mandy's. It fits her character more than Sonya's. Actually, I thought Sonya was gonna have some like real fighter rock, badass type thing. Yeah, I was definitely.
But you know what I read?
What?
Allegedly.
Blue said it.
Allegedly, I read it that Mandy Rose's character now is what they want Emelina to be. So that's really Emelina's music.
Yeah, because when Emma came out like that, that wasn't what the music really was.
Because they switched back to her old music.
No, I remember what happened, but that wasn't the music.
Yeah, the Viginettes, whatever, they had regular music, whatever. But this music and this style of like her dressing is what they had originally idea.
Well, I think
Vince didn't think that
Emma could
pull it off.
Yeah, so that's when they switched it back.
That's why.
Which Mandy fits that role. I can see that for her. So
she tried too hard, in my opinion. She's trying a little bit too hard. She gotta get more comfortable in
regards to the character.
Yeah.
But I think the character's supposed to be extra like that. For me, she kind of gets. I notice a lot of flack on social media, in a sense, just the way how she wrestles and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I think she has that. It's the right character, the right music, and she's only gonna get better, in my opinion. But yeah, Sonya Deville's music was terrible. I think some people need to make a little uproar on Twitter so they can change it like they were doing with Emma. Remember, every week they would change Emma's music until they got it right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we had a Samoa Joe backstage promo, and then we also had an Iconics promo. They are hilarious. I just wanted to say.
And Joe's money.
For sure. We had the main event, Shinsuke versus AJ Styles, and the winner would decide the stipulation. And
Shinsuke won.
King Shinsuke won. What'd you think?
I enjoyed this match. I feel like they're getting more comfortable in the ring with the amount of time they're giving.
But why are they getting more comfortable if they already faced each other?
Because you know what it is? It's a difference when you faced each other before, outside of another promotion, like New Japan. They wrestled in New Japan or whatever. And they had more time in their matches. So they developed it different than they did in WWE. You know what I'm saying?
Style's a little bit different.
The style's a little bit different. So they got to learn how to adjust. And I feel like every match is getting better and better because they're learning how to fit what they want to do in a lot of time. So
yeah, the match was cool, and I'm glad Shinsuke got the win. But now, you know how it kind of works. It's like, okay, if this person won, then chances are they might lose at the pay-per-view, which I hope that's not the case. Shinsuke's been taking way too many L's, and so I hope.
I think it's going to be different this time because his loss is so far away from the pay-per-view. Pay-per-view is 5 weeks away.
Okay.
So he has time to whatever in between, but I feel like
his win is so far away.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, yeah.
Money in the Bank is 5 weeks away, so he has time. He's good.
So yeah, I was pretty happy with Shinsuke winning, and again, he's. Like I said on Twitter, I'm in love with him right now. His character is
like a whole new person.
It's a whole new person. He's killing it.
Like that faking of the the low blow is hilarious.
Yeah, even with his interview with Renee, just his mannerisms.
Right.
It's just extra, and I love it. But yeah, that was SmackDown Live. What did you think of SmackDown?
I'll give SmackDown a B, not a B plus, a B.
I'll give it a B plus.
You give it a B plus?
I liked it. I really enjoyed SmackDown. I wasn't bored. Crazy that I'm saying that, but I thought it was good.
I do want to note that both of those shows are not doing good in ratings, but we have to remember, don't panic because it is the NBA playoffs right now. Like I watched the NBA playoffs and I had whatever on my phone to watch because the playoffs right now is crazy.
My team, the Warriors.
Anyway, yeah, I've been watching.
Wow.
I've been watching the playoffs. I've been watching WWE on my phone. So
Yankees too. Gotta watch that because they're hot.
Yeah, Yankees is on fire. I always watch. To be honest with you, with baseball, I chip in here and there. I can't watch it.
You're
every
not
week.
a real baseball fan.
I can't watch it every day.
Anyway, so we had 205 Live.
Time out. What? I'm not a real baseball fan.
You don't even know. You can't even name the roster, man.
No, I don't know the new roster.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. But I've always been a Yankees fan. I'm never gonna change from being a Yankees fan like I did from the Knicks.
New York. They're called the New York Yankees.
Yankees fan.
I just wanted to put it out there. They're called the New York Yankees.
Sidebar: I do still love the Knicks. They're my second team now, but I can't do it.
I'm always gonna be a Knicks fan, unfortunately.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's like my second team now. It's like you're there, but
it's 1A. The Warriors 1A and 1B. It's kind of like that for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a little off topic.
Yeah.
We got
it happens sometimes.
Right. So after SmackDown, we had 205 Live.
Yeah, 205 Live is up in UK, so they had some UK wrestlers joining 205 Live. So it wasn't really a typical 205 Live. They had a fatal four-way to kick it off between Tyler Bate, Kenny Williams, Kalisto, and TJP.
Yep.
I wish they would have had another UK guy in there instead. But, it is two. I'm so used to Tyler Bate being around that.
Yeah.
So, Tyler Bate came out with the win. It was a pretty decent match. The crowd is into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a pretty good match. I wish we did put out Mustache Mountain instead and have them have a tag team match. And this week,
every week you keep talking, saying you wish they
Mustache Mountain, because they're funny as hell together.
Yeah.
And even British Strong Style when they add Pete Dunne, it's like they're awesome together.
Well, we know who's their advocate.
Yo, I'm telling you, one weekend, me and you gonna watch. Me and her are gonna watch UK pay-per-view or something like that. You should watch UK wrestling. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna send you some links. We're gonna watch it.
Man, we just watch so much wrestling. I don't know.
Who, me?
Us.
Yeah, I know. I haven't done it lately because we've been doing way too much. But
yeah.
Anyway, then we had Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, and Flash Morgan defeat Drew Gulak, James Drake, and Joseph Connors.
Yes.
Joseph Connors and James Drake, I believe it was part of the UK tournament. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Flash Morgan was, but he didn't make it to the finals, like in terms of TV wise.
So this was heavily for the UK crowd. Basically.
Yeah, it was heavily for the UK crowd. It was a pretty decent match.
Yeah, I mean,
we
look
have
who's involved.
Both faces win in both matches, so it was the center crowd
both
happy.
on your team. You stole both of those picks from me, but that's neither here nor there. So, but that's 205 Live.
Yeah, 205 Live was pretty decent. It wasn't as great as it usually is, but
I mean, I think in general, just before we get into NXT, I think in general, just every time the WWE goes overseas, it's kind of, for me at least, I just feel like the vibe is different.
Yeah,
it's not as good for me at least. I never really, last time I watched when they were over there, when I was like, oh, this is a really good Raw, this is a really good SmackDown, even though I thought SmackDown was good. It's just something about it. It just gives it a different vibe.
I feel like
no shade to obviously the UK. I'm just saying the product.
I think it's more so like the wrestlers are tired, time zone.
Possibly.
The long flight going there.
Possibly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when they're there, they're doing press. They want to do some tourist things.
And they're going to different cities literally like every day.
Right. So.
But yesterday we had NXT.
Yep.
It was pretty. Nothing too crazy happened. We did have a little nice match between Ricochet and Velveteen Dream, but Lars Sullivan interfered, so it was a no contest.
Yeah.
So which is going to set up a handicap match next week.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely excited to see that. I was excited to watch this match. It was dope.
They had a very great moment together.
But look who's involved,
Lars,
until Lars ruined it. Yeah.
You skipped, though. Lacey Evans defeated... What's that right there?
And Brandy Lauren.
Yeah, but
I skipped it just because it was just like,
I don't know who Brandy Lauren is. Like, she just came out of nowhere.
It was probably a jobber just to get Lacey over.
I guess. And then Kairi Singh came out and then attacked.
So we know we're gonna have a little feud between them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
I feel like this is the reset for NXT Women's Division.
I think in general it's kind of like a reset for NXT. Every time it was like a purge. They got. Everyone basically who needed to came up, and now it's just okay. How do we build newer superstars? So it's gonna go through its period. It's kind of like, I always equivalent NXT to the minor leagues in like baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have your talent that comes up. Okay, now how do we're gonna have to get more talent. So when those talent get older or what have you, we have someone to replace them with. So,
right.
But yeah, and we had a little
squash match
between John Morrison. I mean,
John Morrison version 2.
Right. Kenoa Reeves. He defeats Raul Mendoza.
I like Raul Mendoza, to be honest with you. I wish they would do more with him. He seems like he's happy to be there.
Yeah.
Has a great character. He has some good ring abilities. He just needs an opportunity.
Well, opportunities become Triple H is very good at just giving everyone their opportunity. So that's something that you kind of don't have to worry about. But he has to kind of wait his turn type thing.
Yeah.
So at least we know he's not just a jobber, and they kind of keep using him every.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
right.
if he was a jobber, then we wouldn't have seen him so many times, right? So and we had the main event.
Yep, we had Danny Burch and Oni Larkin. Pete Dunne defeat the Undisputed Era.
You okay? Speak up. I couldn't hear you.
They defeated the Undisputed Era because you decided to pick up Adam Cole.
It has nothing to do with me.
And bring us bad luck.
It has nothing to do with me, buddy.
Since you picked them up, it has been going downhill for us. I blame you.
I blame you. Okay, you putting that like bad juju in the air.
That's you. You don't want to ring on our doorbell. We was perfectly fine, and then you want to pick Adam Cole and bring your bad.
He actually has a new shirt. I tagged you in the WWE shop.
I know. We definitely got to cop that. I got to copy. I don't know about you. You're not undisputed.
Well, first of all, I'm down with Adam Cole, so I'm gonna get that shirt.
You're bringing us bad luck.
You can get that at the WWE shop, by the way.
Yep, WWE shop.
So I plug that in there.
Okay.
Anyway, it's not my fault. You're a hater.
But I feel like that's gonna set up a tag team match between Undisputed Era for the titles for only Larkin and Danny Burch.
Yeah, so that was NXT.
Yeah, that's NXT.
So let's get into hot topics.
Let's get to the hot stuff, baby. That's my Kofi Kingston.
So Nia Jax challenged Ronda Rousey to a championship match at the NBC Universal upfront.
This should have been last.
You want to talk about it last, or since you already mentioned it?
No,
okay, guys, we're going to talk about it now?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay. So All in One sells out. Sorry, All in One.
All in.
I'm tired, man. All In sells out in less than a half an hour.
27 minutes and 36 seconds.
So you decided you were going to head out there to Chicago, because it's not really in Chicago, but you were going to head out there.
Yes, I am all in, baby.
I am not all in. I am not all
excited.
In. You keep talking about it. I'm excited. You don't feel bad for me at all.
I mean, I do feel bad.
But clearly the smile on your face said otherwise.
I'm happy for myself first. And then I feel bad because then I was like, oh, she's not going to go.
You're happy for yourself.
But you got to remember, you're going to Chicago before me.
I don't think that's happening anymore.
You know?
Nope. Unless you can get me a hookup with one of your hookups, no? Nope.
That's out of state. I don't know about that. And I'm not going to be there. I could try, but.
You could, see, this is my thing. You're selfish. You know why you're selfish?
I'm selfish now?
Because you just said, well, because I'm not going to be there.
No, in
so
terms of.
not because you're not going to be there, you can't help a sister out?
No, because it's like asking a favor for a favor for a favor. Like, it's like, I'm not asking for me, but it's weird. Like,
but we're tag team. It's essentially you're acting for yourself.
But they don't see it like that. WWE's not going to look at it like that.
Okay, so
we got to find a way to get you all in.
I do want to go. I mean, at least that's in September, so that gives me more time to figure it out.
You just have to pay a little bit more for your ticket.
That's okay. I typically pay a lot.
And we're driving, so now you could really do.
I don't want to be in a car for what you said, 13 hours. But it saves money.
It saves money and it's gonna be fun.
It's fun.
It is though. Have you ever been on a road trip?
No.
Road trips are fun with people that we could sit there talk about wrestling. We could watch wrestling on the way there. We could discuss life. Like 13 hours. Is
I don't
want to
drive though. I want to relax.
That's
I'm
fine.
always driving, so I just.
That's fine.
Just
no,
relax.
me and G can handle
you
it.
Take the new car.
I'm not taking a new car. We renting a car.
Why you don't want to take the new car?
I'm not putting miles on the car right now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
with the yelling,
There's
you keep yelling. You keep yelling. Like that involved. I understand. You know, every time someone gets a new car, it's like they gotta be real careful. When I got my car, I made sure I was cleaning my own car.
Right.
You know, bugged out if there was a little scratch. And I'm
right.
Like, man,
I'm like, nah.
Okay.
No, there's warranties. I gotta stay underneath a certain amount.
The monthly payments is low key kind of high too. So.
Exactly. So I'm trying to make sure,
Okay.
we're gonna rent a car.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell G we gotta get you all in.
Okay.
So now I gotta look for.
So that's the goal.
I gotta look for a 3-bedroom Airbnb now.
So this is Operation.
All in.
We'll get Jenna to all in.
Okay, but you're a part of all in now, so. And I had my picture up. I don't know what this is. I just did that.
I don't know. It was like a combination of like yes and too sweet. Like, all right, we're a little weird. Anyway, but yeah, hopefully that's.
Did you like my picture?
I did.
That was dope, right?
Did I actually like it on Instagram? I probably
don't know.
did. I probably curved it.
That's normal for you.
What?
You show me no love.
You show me no love on Instagram.
I show
you
you
never
mad
show me
love.
love. I bet you if the first picture I pull up, you probably didn't like it.
I did. Probably did.
Do you even know what the first picture the recent picture was?
No.
Did? Because you didn't like it.
But sometimes I just like it because it's you. So.
But you didn't do it. That's the point. You didn't do it.
All right. I'm going to pull up. Go ahead. Go to the next topic.
Okay. Are you going to do this right now? Okay.
Yeah.
The next topic is John Cena. He was on the Today Show, and he basically poured out his heart. Yeah. Right? It was real. Well, I don't know if it was real, but, you know, it was it was touching stuff. Why? Because he wasn't being a man. Oh no, I was talking about the picture. I didn't like it. I just did though. Oh, you didn't like it. And that's a great picture. Actually, shout out. Okay.
It's not my fault. Instagram messed up with this whole algorithm thing. So I don't know when it was gonna pop up on my timeline. It probably didn't pop up anytime yet.
Why did you? What was the timeout for?
Because I want to make sure that you know that it wasn't nothing personal. It probably just didn't show up on mine yet. Okay. But back to John Cena and Nikki Bella.
Well, shout out to my friend, one of my best friends, Gotti, for graduating from NYU, masters. You know,
lit out here.
Exactly.
Litty.
So
congratulations.
Exactly. Okay, continue.
So yeah, with this John Cena and Nikki Bella thing, John Cena, my brother, like.
Oh, is this your brother?
Hold on, I gotta. Yeah.
You're gonna talk. Oh, you're gonna talk into the.
Yeah, we gotta talk to John. We gotta talk to John Cena real quick. John Cena, man.
Hey, John.
You had it, bro. Like she was there for you. She was willing to give it all for you, man.
We're giving advice out now.
And like, I'm sorry. I think it's too late because when they did it.
I don't think it's too late. I'm a firm believer of true love. But go ahead, continue.
When they told Nikki Bella about what he said. On the red carpet.
In all fairness, how are you gonna ask that question? You know, they're trying to promote something else. This was a difficult time for the both of them.
Right.
And what is she gonna say? Oh my God, he said that. I love him. Let's get back to
yeah.
Like they're not gonna.
But guys know when a girl usually say, "Wow, that's crazy." Yeah. That's not a good thing.
Well, again, she was probably caught off guard type thing, and she still needs her time.
Brie Bella's face did not help the situation.
She's down with her sister.
But there's some recent reports that allegedly Nikki's up for, rekindling their relationship and see where it goes.
You think all this is like made up, or this is
work for Total?
Yeah.
For what is it now? Not Total Divas.
Total Bellas.
Total Bellas.
Yeah. I don't think so. It can't be. We can't really be playing with these people's lives too much. I don't know. I think
you would think so, right?
That's true.
You would think so, right?
I don't know. Again, I'm not necessarily a big John Cena supporter, but I felt it. I thought it was
genuine,
very heartfelt.
It's hard to believe John Cena because he's such a great actor, and sometimes he comes off as a robot.
Yeah, but this is why I felt like I liked it because it showed emotion. Actually, that just you got it in touch. That man he never really gets in touch with his feelings.
There was not one tear dropped.
Well, he got to be a man too. Oh, I'm a man. You know how you guys are.
I get it, but like I said, I don't know.
When's the last time you cried?
Cried for what, a girl?
Just in general.
Just in general?
Yeah. When's the last time you cried over a girl?
I'm not going into that. That's personal.
Oh, but it's okay to talk about Cena and... Okay, when's the last time you cried?
Huh?
When's the last time you cried?
Last time I cried? I don't remember.
Exactly. My point exactly. So why would John Cena cry on...
You gotta shed a tear?
No, he got his point across.
When last time you cried?
I'm always crying. Probably last week.
Oh, no, okay.
Maybe not last week, but I'm super sensitive,
right.
So...
Right.
It wasn't last week. I don't want people to think I'm like
no, it's out there already. It's out there.
Now it's out there that she's a crybaby.
Yep.
Nah, I don't really cry too often, but when I do,
you cry.
I do. Yeah. Okay, we got a little crazy with the
you cry. We cry.
So Jeff Hardy
together.
can you stop it? Jeff Hardy. So there was a dark match between Jeff Hardy and The Miz on SmackDown, and apparently he got injured. I don't know if it was right before he came out for the match or what, but he was hobbling pretty badly. He had a bad limp, so I don't know what that does for him for the U.S. title, but
it's hard to tell Jeff Hardy because Jeff Hardy is always hobbling after a match.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell.
I mean, it's a testament to a lot of these
shoot.
wrestlers. Like but I don't think I don't think just because for the fact that he came out like that, it wasn't like during the match he got injured. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know, but it's a testament of a lot of these superstars. The show still goes on even though I'm injured.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's okay.
Hopefully
he's not
he's
too
good.
bad. Maybe.
I would have loved to see that match, Jeff Hardy versus The Miz.
I mean, but we kind of did last week.
Yeah, but I feel like it would have been better this week.
It was good last week.
It's different with the UK crowd.
The UK crowd wasn't. Okay, so we have. So the next topic in our Hot Topics segment, apparently Raw's viewership numbers last week was a year low.
Mm-hmm.
This week it slightly went up,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still low compared to the year's ratings or viewership. And yeah, it hasn't hit 3 million. Basically, they've been just around that 3 million. I think even for Raw 25, it actually went to like 4 million people because obviously a lot
People
of
came back
exactly.
to watch.
But it's been steadily like around 3 million, and then this past 2 weeks it's been at 2 point whatever.
I didn't even see that you had this as a bullet point on Hot Topics, so I made the comment earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's the playoffs, NBA playoffs. Sometimes, like you see how we're getting tired of watching wrestling every day. Some people are not trying to tune in every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And I get that, and I didn't think about that, but I also thought the past 2 weeks of Raw haven't been that good.
They haven't either.
So I thought that was the kind of
that adds to it.
Adds to it, yeah.
It adds to it, but really is like it's the NBA playoffs right now. We're coming down. It's Eastern Conference Finals
and the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I meant that's what I meant. Like the conference finals in general.
Yeah,
and like it's around that time.
Yeah,
it's like how the NFL when it's Super Bowl time.
That's true. So we'll see after when the finals and everything. We'll see how it picks back up. But I don't know. I like I said, I didn't even think of that. I just thought that Raw the past couple of weeks hasn't been that good.
They haven't.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
Yeah.
There's no reason to tune in. What are you tuning in for? What real feud is going on Raw right now?
That's very true.
SmackDown at least have lifelines going on.
That's very true.
On Raw, what is happening?
Exactly. So we also have Carmella apparently is not returning to Total Divas next year. She's basically said that she wants to focus on being the best champion she can be.
Did she say that on Twitter or did she say that?
I'm not sure where she said it. Possibly something like that, but she basically said that.
Mm.
I like that.
I do too. They didn't really use her anyway.
I was going to say they didn't really use her anyway.
Like, they really focused around the Bellas, Naomi, Lana, and Rusev. And Natalya.
The main people that are on Total Divas. Honestly, they should just, going forward, just leave it to them. That's what they really want to focus on. Those are the mainstays of the show. So. They
want to focus on people that have relationships.
And that too.
So focus on that. That's why I feel like Mandy Rose kind of drifted off.
Yeah.
JoJo didn't catch on too well.
Yeah.
And then even Marie did because she was in a relationship and her husband always got something going on.
Yeah.
So it's just like, if you want to do it about couples, just do it about couples.
Yeah. So we have Enzo Amore.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Where apparently they didn't find enough evidence to convict him.
Mm-hmm. So
they're dropping the charges against Enzo Amore. They released a statement saying that, they couldn't find enough evidence, things like that. Mm-hmm. So apparently he's going to go and hopefully bring his fans to his passion and stuff like that he's going to be working on. And I think he's going towards his rapping career. I don't think he's going back to wrestling yet.
I don't know. Regardless of what he plans on doing, that's, good for him because that's never a good thing when you get your...
falsely accused.
Yeah, and, that's your name, that's your legacy, that's your reputation that you have to worry about. So a lot of people get falsely accused of things. So, good for him.
Hopefully he learns from this and stop all this outrageousness. They're thinking that attention is what is needed for him to be popular.
Yeah, but he's not, and I'm surprised I'm actually defending this, but he won't be the first and he won't be the last, person to, show out and hang out and get caught in some type of drama. I mean, it should be, you're right, it should be a lesson learned, but, when you get in that lifestyle, it's kind of hard to stay away from it. So, but good for him.
Okay. Yeah.
No, not good for him.
It's good for him as long as he stay away from the WWE.
Okay. Well, Cass probably needs him.
Cass is not dealing with Enzo.
So we have.
Cass do not care about Enzo.
So now we can get into Nia Jax challenging Ronda Rousey. Can we finally do that?
Yes, we can.
All right. So Nia Jax challenged Ronda Rousey randomly
at Money in the Bank.
At NBC Universal up front for Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's stupid.
It's stupid. Why is it stupid?
Because it's like when Ronda Rousey first came out, you made it seem like, yo, she's gonna be full time. It's not a part-time joint. She's gonna be a real wrestler. She's gonna, no special treatments. She's not gonna get the limos and stuff. It's like
we got special treatment.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He made it big, spectacular about it. You wanted to hold off on putting her to wrestle on WrestleMania? Fine. So I'm thinking after WrestleMania, weekly, we're going to be seeing her, get in the ring and do something.
Yeah, she got a movie she got to shoot.
She got to shoot a movie, Shark Week, whatever else she got to do.
Yeah.
Haven't seen her wrestle on Raw yet.
She definitely had I will say she got back on the tour, and she did have a match.
She did a live event, but I feel like they only did that because people kind of made an uproar about, wow, she's getting a title defense? She's getting a title shot?
Okay, I'm not sure if that's the reason why, but okay.
Or maybe because they would have advertised her before then. No, they probably nobody. I haven't seen no reports of her being advertised for live show before then.
She definitely got that she'll be out there when they go back over there.
Right,
she was advertised for that.
So, yeah, it's just too soon. She had one match, a tag team match.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden she gets a title shot.
Yeah, I mean, again, Nia Jax is the current women's champion. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know how that match is gonna go. Maybe they might surprise us because again, we with WrestleMania we were just like we wasn't sure how Ronda was gonna perform, and she did well. But then Ronda had the right people to be in the match to I don't want to say carry it, but help her along the way.
Ring generals.
So I'm not sure how this is gonna go with Nia.
Nia's not a ring general right now. She's not.
She's gotten better though.
She's gotten better. No, I'm not taking away from Nia. She did get better.
Yeah.
But I'm saying she's not a ring general in terms of controlling a match.
Just that regardless, that whole exchange was super awkward. I was like, oh, what is this?
Right. And then two, on top of it, it's not even about the match. It's about the opportunities. So you're now undercutting everybody else on your roster for this.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they did it. It's the upfront thing for the different channels. It's always a big thing, so you want to kind of make some type of statement, and that was one way for the NBC Universal and the WWE to kind of make some noise, was to who's the biggest name right now in the WWE? Ronda Rousey. She's on Raw, so it only makes sense to have her face.
But they could have had to do it with anybody. It would have had the same impact.
I don't think so, because Ronda Rousey, a lot of people know her. I mean, yeah, you have.
No, I'm talking about in terms of her getting challenged by somebody else on that carpet.
Yeah, but this makes it. But it's
for the title.
It's for the title. Now,
so you should have built up for it then.
I agree, but I can see what they're doing. And on top of that, Money in the Bank is now supposed to be the fifth largest.
Allegedly.
A fifth big pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to kind of do it big. So I can see why they did that, but I'm not necessarily a fan for it. But that's kind of the situation.
So because of this, you think that Ronda Rousey is like a female version, a woman version
so
of Brock Lesnar?
So our debate for this week is, you basically got into it. Yeah, to be honest with you, because it's everything that you just said. And I asked you this question, you said, heck no.
Nah.
But when you kind of look at things, she kind of is. Because again, you just said that. They said she was going to be a full-timer, yet she's been on, but she hasn't been really used. 1, 2. She hasn't been on a couple of weeks. Why? Because she's shooting a movie. I'm pretty sure she has a bigger contract than most of the female superstars. The first ever women's Royal Rumble, that took away from Asuka's win because Ronda came out, right? That took that special moment for Asuka.
Yeah.
Was undermined because they wanted to debut Ronda.
Right.
You know what I mean? And essentially, yeah, I see it. I see it as that way.
The reason I don't see it that way is because Brock was never billed as a full-timer when he returned.
In that sense, no. But in this sense, with Ronda, yes, she's was billed as a full-timer, but she's getting that Brock Lesnar treatment. Plus, on top of that, she, like you said, you know, you have the money in the bank match. All these women trying to fight and get their opportunity for whatever championship.
Right.
Ronda comes in right there and gets a.
That didn't happen for Brock.
But you inserted him into actually
No.
But you insert regardless. It doesn't have to be necessarily the championship, but it wasn't one of the main reasons why CM Punk was mad. Just in general.
No, not for.
I'm not saying for Punk. I mean, not for Brock, but in general, just the treatment that a lot of these part timers or what have you, superstars or bigger than life superstars come in while you have guys that are busting.
He was upset about The Rock being back.
But that essentially is the same thing.
Not really, because
it is.
The only reason why I say it's not is because, first of all, Brock is not. When he got his title shot, before he got his title shot, he had a couple of matches beforehand.
Correct, but they were billed as big time matches,
right,
main event matches,
right. They were part timers, and a part timer is, in a sense, yes, it's the same thing. Brock is a part timer, and then he got big opportunities after he built up a bit when he returned. In this instance, with Ronda,
and it wasn't even I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but it wasn't even, and I did that. I'm not gonna back down from. But in that, yeah, you know. He still hasn't had a match on Raw. Like he's been back on with the WWE since for how long now? He has yet to have a match.
He did have a match on Raw.
I remember there was one time he was supposed to, and then it didn't go down. He didn't actually have the match at Raw. He hasn't had a match on Raw.
Let me find this.
Well, while you're doing that, continue the conversation.
Yeah, I don't think that they're not. I don't think they're equivalent to each other in that instance, because Brock actually worked his way towards the title shot. She's just giving a title shot.
So then essentially she's more than Brock. Yep. What you're saying?
Yep, because she's gonna be there longer, and they see her for the way to lead into the women's division. So it's just like.
So, but she's essentially, and their whole goal is though next year, allegedly, as you put it, that they want to. That was the rumor at first. Now I don't know how that's going to turn out, but the rumor was to have Charlotte and Ronda face off at WrestleMania in the main event.
Yeah, but to say all of this, I'll just say I don't think that Ronda's going to win the title. I think that this is where Natalya costs her the title.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying she is going to win the title, and I'm not saying she's not. All I'm saying is she's getting special privilege, same way Brock Lesnar gets special privileges.
I'll give you that. Yes, he is. Yes, she is.
So
she's getting it more than Brock, to be honest with you.
In what sense?
Because she's at the media. She's doing as closing out shows. Like, Brock
was doing that.
He comes every 3 months to do it, yes. But he's not, like, popping up on people and going to these events.
No, but he's home with the title. You know what I mean?
Yo, he built himself to be that. Like, if she was built up to be that, that's different. But you're billing her to be full-time, and then she's not full-time, and then now she's taking away from people that's really full-time, and she's being fakely built as full-time.
Isn't Brock?
No, Brock is built as part-timer.
Correct, but he's still taking time from other superstars.
And I get that.
Because, like we just said, Raw hasn't been good. There's nothing to fight for. There's no, what are they doing on Raw? But now, if you had a title on the show, now there's something that we attainable to reach. There's nothing for them to reach at this point. Yeah, you have money in the bank to possibly get.
But we had this discussion last week. There's a reason for that. They were trying to build it for Roman. That's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, but you can't put that again. And this is what we said last week. You can't put that all on Roman.
I'm not putting it on Roman. I'm saying this is all about management.
Correct. So, but now we're talking about Brock, and there's no title to chase after, is what I'm saying. So essentially, it's a little bit different, but Ronda and Brock are very parallel right now. They're larger than life superstars because a lot of their household names. People know them outside of the WWE.
Right.
They're gonna get that treatment. Why? To big up the brand. That's the whole point of bringing Ronda into WWE. Yeah, she's a fan, and I'm not doubting her passion and her willingness to learn and do her thing. But essentially, you brought her in to bring in more eyes to the product.
So the female Brock Lesnar.
Essentially.
I can see that. We want to bring it to the audience, let them decide?
Sure. Yeah,
all right, so the audience, we're going to put up a poll on our Instagram. Let us know, do you think that, worded how you wanted the question?
So I don't come at you next week saying
I worded it a certain way. Go ahead.
It's pretty simple. Is Ronda Rousey the woman version of Brock Lesnar to Brock Lesnar?
All right, there you go. We're going to put it up on our Instagram. So you go ahead and vote on that. And on that note,
it's another good show.
Another good show.
We were pretty chilled.
Chill.
We didn't go at each other.
Yeah,
so it's this whole thing. We haven't been arguing. I don't know. It's like it's just good vibe in the air. I can't really.
You can't remember it.
That's not that I can't remember. I just can't. There's a lot going on here.
All right, so make sure you hit us up on our Instagram and Twitter. What is yours, personal one?
I didn't say that all episode.
You're doing good.
I'm not doing good. I have to keep plugging it in, putting myself over because you don't put me over. At Miss Jenna Baby, BAYBE, and they can follow you at
Blue Magic Grind, spelled how to sound. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Mixed Tag Show.
And Facebook as well.
Yep, make sure you subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, all the podcasts that you're using to listen to us right now.
Yeah.
And help us get to 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes.
We're going to post up something so that we can try to get this going. All right? We've probably seen it because I probably posted it last night, but yeah.
Oh, did you? I completely missed that.
So, yeah, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, at The Blue Magic Grind. And
at Miss Jenna Baby, you can follow us at The Mixed Tag Show.
And on that note, too sweet me.
Boom.
It's the Mixed Tag Show. The Mixed Tag Show. With Jenna and Blue.